Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys the different routes that you can take to become a children's counsellor in the UK. So let's not waste any time and let's get straight into it with route 1. So you may have seen a video on my channel where I was talking about an organisation called Place2Be. They're an organisation that specialises in training and placements for people who would like to become child therapists for young people. They offer a variety of courses and you can start at any level depending on your experience and where you are at in your counselling career. The first training that they offer is a level 2 award in child counselling skills. So this level is for people who haven't got any experience in child counselling yet and you haven't started any training in child counselling at all. This is perfect for you and you can start here. The course runs 1 day a week for 8 weeks or 1 evening per week for 16 weeks. And the price for this course is £1,100 if you are in London or if you're going to London for your lessons and your classes, and it's £750 if you're going to be studying in Manchester. So they have 2 physical locations, London and Manchester, so you can choose which one you go to. The next level training that they offer at Place2Be is an intermediate child counselling skills, which is their level 3 award, and you can do this one once you finish the level 2. The level 3 is 1 day a week for 15 weeks, or you can do alternate weekends for 14 weeks instead. This one is a bit more expensive and it costs £2,000 in London, but it costs £1,500 in Manchester. Once you've done this, then you can move on to the level 4 diploma in school-based child counselling skills. This one is for 12 months and is full-time and requires you to be in person for the entirety of it. So this is suitable for people who are then ready to actually start working as child and young people's counsellors. So when you complete this one, you'll be able to work in school environments as a therapist, delivering a whole school approach to mental health. The 2 locations that they offer once again is London and Manchester, and in London it costs £10,000 and in Manchester it costs £6,000. There are payment plans, so don't worry too much, you don't have to pay all at once. I have a full video talking about the kind of bursaries that they offer, which is in the video I did talking about Place2Be, so that will be linked in the description box and at the end of this video as well. The next stage is a postgraduate diploma in counselling children in schools, which is a 2-year part-time course, which will involve 2 weekend trainings. So this one will be suitable for people who want to become a qualified and registered child counsellor in the UK, and it costs £6,620 per year, so coming up to a total of £13,240 for the 2 years. So that's the first route that you can take using Place2Be. Like I said, you don't have to start at level 2 if you already have experience, or if you already have a qualification as a counsellor or therapist. You can probably start at level 4, or you can go straight to the postgraduate diploma because you've already got experience as a counsellor anyway. So it just depends on where you're at. You can start depending on where you're at in your counselling career. So the link for Place2Be's website will be in the description box as well for you. So let's have a look at route 2. Route 2 would work for those who are already qualified counsellors. So if you don't want to go for Place2Be, maybe because you can't reach London or you can't reach Manchester, but you already have a qualification in counselling, you don't have to start from level 2 or level 3. You can go to an organisation called Chrysalis, I think that's how it's pronounced, and you can do their level 6 diploma in counselling children and young people. And once again, I'll have the link for this in the description box for you. So that's route 2 for people who are already qualified counsellors but would like to become children and young people counsellors. Route 3 is doing a university master's degree or a PhD in child and adolescent psychotherapy. So I was not really able to find undergraduate degrees for this. However, there's master's and PhD levels. So of course, if you don't have a master's, you would need to do that first before you can do the PhD. However, these are the options available. So the master's degree can be 1 year to 3 years depending on whether you do it full-time or part-time. Some universities offer 2 years, but a full master's would have to be a bit long. Now be aware that some universities offer this as an MA, Master of Arts, and some universities offer this as an MSc, Master of Science. So just double check which one you're doing and be careful not to apply for courses that are stated as child and adolescent mental health courses, because this is slightly different to child and adolescent psychotherapy. So be sure that you're applying for the right course when you're looking at the masters especially. So if you go down the PhD route or the doctorate route, this is a 4-year training program, and whatever you do, make sure the course that you're doing is accredited by the Association of Child Psychotherapists, ACP for short. It can be done through universities, but it can also be done through the NHS. And before you start this course, you have to do a preclinical course by the ACP, which is available in a few cities: Belfast, Birmingham, Bristol, Glasgow, London, and Leeds. Once you've completed that, then you can start the 4-year training program. There is also a 5-year option for the doctorate if you want to do it part-time, so that's also another option for you to consider. So you'll need to apply directly to those centres in the locations that I've mentioned. And if you're successful, then you'll be supported in your application for the NHS training post. And of course, during your training, you'll be required to undertake psychoanalysis 4 times per week. So that is route number 3. And once again, I'll have the information linked in the description box for you to read upon. Now let's talk about route 4, which is the option to train as a play therapist or to train in play therapy. Different governing bodies that are for play therapy, you can train under them and they provide training to become a play therapist. And it takes about 3 to 5 years to become fully qualified, depending on the course you take, depending on whether it's full-time or part-time and whatnot. So the requirements to get onto these trainings, some of them are quite high, especially if you don't have a background in psychology or counselling. It can be quite difficult to get onto these courses, but you can also try by making sure that you're already kind of working in an environment with kids, whether that's being a teacher's assistant, you work in nurseries, you work in a school in some way, interacting with children. So try and have experience where you've worked with kids in order to be able to make it easier for you to get accepted onto their training courses. So there's lots of different options. I'll try and leave links for the different play therapy courses that you can apply for with different organizations. I'm not affiliated with any of them. I'm not endorsing any of them personally. I'm just leaving them there for you to help you with your research. And of course, you go for the one that you feel is most suitable for you. And once you get started on that course, then as long as it's accredited and you are sure that by the end of it you can get a job as a child and young person therapist, then definitely go for it. So thank you for sticking around. Before you click off this video, these are some governing bodies that you should be aware of if you want to become a child counsellor one day. There's the Association of Child Psychotherapists, which is the ACP, like I've already mentioned. There's the British Association of Play Therapists as well. The UK Council for Psychotherapists also takes on play therapists, and there's Play Therapy UK, and they offer a lot of training as well. So these are the main ones that you need to be aware of and that you'll probably need to register with at some point should you want to become a child and young person therapist. Get your qualification, get your registration and membership with one of these governing bodies, and you can work with kids as a counsellor. And remember, everything you need is going to be in the description box. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.